are just natural occurring things, meaning, again, in theory, yet reality, you and I could push a very large boulder in a proper situation with quite ease, meaning the magnetic poles. There's actually a really cool setup by this gentleman that made a rock house, more or less, based on these areas where the magnetic pull would occur and interact with these rocks that he had in there. And you just see these little kids pushing this huge rock door, and it's just opening because of the magnetic pull. Just rang up in my mind when you were speaking about that.
Right. But with Delgado, they actually have video of him on some of his experiments, one of which he was in a bullfighting ring. He was over in Spain, of course. And he has these bullfighters out there antagonizing this bull, getting it really worked up, really mad. Then he steps out in the ring, and the bullfighters disappear or run away, basically. And the bull starts to charge him, and he flips the switch and raises his hand up, and the bull stops and turns around and walks away. And he does it like 3 or 4 times. You know, he took a lady that was a violent schizophrenic, and she loved to play guitar, so she had her playing guitar with another scientist in the room with her. He flips the switch, and she goes from playing guitar to trying to hit this guy with the guitar, and then flips another switch, and she falls in love with him like immediately. And I thought that was pretty interesting. To some of the encounters that we do deal with, where people are saying, like, there's a story out there of Dogman marching in formation. How would Dogman march in formation if it's just a wild animal? You know what I mean?
Wow. Excellent stuff again. I think a lot of that stems back with the cynocephali. You were saying like marching and things like that. They, according to Herodotus and Alexander the Great, were a very stern, military-based type culture. Didn't really seem to take flack from people. Were pretty stoic. And if what you're saying now means you're already working with something potentially that is understanding, maybe people don't even need to do the whole switch thing. I mean, if they fought with Alexander the Great and against him, seems like he was able to convince them at points in time to align with him. Probably wouldn't be too hard to